Welcome in everybody, Foot's here with you today, and let's go over what you need to be doing after the Attack on Titan collab's done now. We're already on to the next thing. Now that the collab's over, Reiner's hero quests are unlocked, so go get your 330 diamonds. If you missed out on max awakening any of the other collab heroes, don't worry, because their hero quests have the drops pretty significantly. The hero quests for each of the collab units will have the chained red and black runes available. Let's go over the patch notes since they like to drop a lot of things on one day. They're finally getting rid of the Onslaught Tower. That old thing needed to go a long time ago. Hopefully they put those resources back into meaningful PvE or GVG content. Floor 19 of Tower of Toxicity is coming out soon. You may not even need to worry about it for a while. There's now a new emblem slot, and it takes a new currency to unlock. There's a special challenge going on right now that gives out these new emblem keys, so you'll be sure to want to do that daily to not miss them. There are 3 event fights going on right now. The Bury S3 and S4 is rather difficult, so if you don't have boosted, good luck. For the 9 and 10 star Bury, there's about 28 heroes on usage right now, so it'll be a little bit more difficult. This fight may be difficult if you don't have a lot of these heavy hitters in the meta right now, but just farm a lower star if you need to. This Parallel Worlders fight is also pretty difficult, only about 25 on ranked right now. I can't drill down because I've done them for today, but these new awakening runes and shards will be available for the 2 new saviors that came out. Speaking of the new saviors, let's look over them real quick. Imperial Wrath Denavia is a magic grounded Therian. She's kind of unique. She's an earth element with agitation light, which is interesting right off the bat. These reverberation skills that just came out with these heroes are just going to be another layer to the power that comes in team building. But she is a very strong all-ally component of her AS. Her enemy hits no slack either. It hits common meta targets and it does a lot of CC. And the new wind shot prevents enemies from having stone skin, which is pretty cool. She has Adonis Slayer, which is a decent newer one added. Divine Soma, very high tier, very good. The Dawn's Light Bury is a magic grounded Acer. He gives himself the Agitation Dark, but he's an all ally stack up, which is really huge. And the stack up is not limited by the element of the ally. Pretty varied targeting schema for his attack portion, and the Celestial Shot prevents enemies from having Shadow Clone. This will be very strong. I would say this one passive kind of missed the mark. Binding Holiness doesn't seem that strong. 1 constant up to 3 back allies as half of the effect is kind of meh. And the Thunder Chain of Divine Cage is better than this. This only hits Acer and Human, which I guess is okay, but there are better things too. They did give him Absolute Energy, which is going to make him relevant for a while, because this is still limited to a handful of heroes. And they gave him a brand new Sky Invasion, which is going to be a great addition to more skill gauge for the team. I'm guessing it's 10% skill gauge to all allies when it's skill level 5. And just show their art real quick. We've got the Denavia. She's thick. And a Light Berry. Looks pretty good. Now this part I'm really excited about. This is what this game needs. This game is in desperate need of having its older heroes buffed. In addition to the 3 here, Admiral Nautica and Gunslinger Wolfgang also got some passive buffs. There's a free banner right now where you get to select one of the 3 shown here, and you'll get them for free at the end of the period. Before I jump into the changes of those 5 heroes, let it be known that we have new gold frames, but the orb shards aren't in the game yet. But we're getting there. For some heroes, the orbs won't show, but in a few cases you can see that they now will show you a gold orb. They even have the shards in the drill down, but not where to obtain them. But we're getting there. Very exciting. This is good. And I had some fun figuring out who's automatically going to be boosted to gold 2, gold 3, gold 4. Somewhere along the way I got a Moonsort dupe from Unselected, so my Moonsort's going to be gold 2. Anyway, let's talk about Nautica. She got a few passives. All ally 20% water up, and all grounded ally 20% beast up. Her frames give her a 20% all enemy M-Def shred, which isn't the best, but it's not the worst. Now what they did with Wolfgang is really cool, I think. When he's taken from his purple to his R1 frame, each one of his 3 hits gets turned into a double hit. So right off the bat, he's going from 3 to 6 hits when you go from purple to R1. So he goes from 3 hits at 160% damage each to 6 hits at 260% damage. This is the kind of buffs that you need to be giving your old heroes to make them relevant again. It's a good start. Let's keep it going. Natasha, what did she get? Natasha got frames, and hers is also pretty interesting. From purple to R1, the second portion of her AS changes a little bit, as it adds a dark element damage up and increases the light element resist portion. I don't know if she's going to be on the roster of any lineup, but it definitely improves her usage. Ragenleaf got this flame up passive, I believe. Unfortunately, his grade boost is a little bit on the weak side. It doesn't do anything except increase his damage, and by that, it's not even that much. Unfortunate that it's a weak grade up, but at least it's something. Now Erd, I really think they did her dirty. So first off, they gave her Eclipse, which she didn't need to be used for Rag, but now you can just have her auto Rag if you ever even had problems with Rag. And they gave her Origin Library 3, which is nice enough. As far as her frames, her AS sees very little improvement. It just increases the heal a little bit and the defenses. They needed to give her maybe a turn of Divine Aid or a turn of Boon or a turn of Resuscitation. Anything, they could have done anything, but poor Erd, leaving her behind. So Wolfgang also got a Void Step All and Ground Killer 3, and double checking Ragnliv did gain the Flame Up All ability. A quick note for these chained runes. A-Team, you need to change your metadata information. If an item is available from Hero Quests, please start adding it to the locations it can be available. Criminy. Just as a final note, I wanted to let everybody know, don't let A-Team set the pace that you play. You can enjoy this game free to play, I promise you. It takes a lot more effort and time on your part, but you don't need to pull out your wallet. Be strategic with your acquisitions, and pay attention to the meta, and try to stay ahead of it. Until next time, I hope everybody has a great day. Foots out. Cheers.